What's up, Buttercup? And welcome to, I believe it's week 2, but I think it's week 3 to be honest. Yeah, I think it's week 3. So this is week 3 of my program that I'm doing. And this is pretty much thick week. So y'all saw what I did, my workouts and how I ate last week. And that was lean week, leaning out. And this week is thick week. So pretty much my calories are anywhere from 1650 to 1900 calories a day. And I am training heavy. Like, this is the week I train heavy. I shoot for more 12 to 14K-ish steps. We'll see. We're gonna see. But yes, I shoot for 12 to like 14K steps. I am training heavy this week, so my calories go up, and also I eat a little bit more carbs. So you're going to see kind of like, more oats, butternut squash, maybe a little corn or rice, but I ain't really trying to do all that. I'm not. But yeah, so you're just going to see what my thick week looks like. And I kind of like this because it actually syncs up with my cycle, because most of the time, like throughout the month, I'm pretty decent, and there are some weeks where I can just, I can lean it out. I naturally crave more salad. I naturally crave more tomato cucumber salad. I naturally kind of lean out certain parts of certain times of the month, and then there's other times of the month where I am just, and of course it's because of my cycle. And I realize that, I understand that. So I literally have been creating a plan to adjust to me, to work with me personally. So yes, I got on the scale today and I didn't feel too bad. I was like 194 and some change. And the crazy thing is, about a month ago, Buttercup, I was 193.4. And I was just like, yes. So I'm like, next week, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna be in 180s. Cause I was like, Yeah, the next week I was 199. I ain't gonna lie, I did eat. I did have a little nibbles. But there's no way I gained 6 pounds of pure fat in a week. There's no way. There is no way. So I really just started looking at my diet, looking at what I was eating, and of course it was around that time. So it's like I still have a goal weight, but I'm not stressing the weight as much, because I just know there's just certain times of the month my weight is going to shoot up, and it's not because of what I'm eating, it's because of whatever phase I'm in of that month, because I will naturally just bloat a solid 3 to 7 pounds sometimes during my period. Don't know why, it just depends, especially if I eat like a lot of carbs, I'll bloat more around my period, and then it goes away. But I used to be like, oh my God, I eat, oh my gosh. Or like, I would think I plateaued, so now I'm trying to drop my calories down super low. And it's like, no sis, it's just water, literally, it's just water weight. As long as, like, I've kind of gotten to the point now when I get on the scale, I had to grow and mature into this. But once I learned my body and learned how food can really fluctuate and everything like that, it's just, I look at the scale as more of data. As long as I've been drinking my water, getting my protein, getting my steps, doing my workouts, if I know I've been doing all of that, when I check the scale, if it doesn't reflect, it's okay. Sometimes the scale is a little slow. It can be a little slow sometimes. If you know you've been doing the work, when you get on the scale, it should not affect you. Now, if you've been having a little Chick-fil-A and you've been eating here and there, then it's like, okay, you get on the scale, yeah, you might feel a little nervous. Have that little conversation with the scale, like, I'm gonna get you some new batteries, the good kind. I'm gonna get you the batteries with the bunny. So give me the number 7. much what I've learned. So, like I said, it was a month ago I was 193, and then the next week I was 199 and some change. Then the week after that I was 195 and some change. Then the week after that I was 194 and some change. Then the week after that I jumped up to 195, which was last week I was 195 and some change. So then I got on the scale this week and I'm like 194 and some change. But you see how much done went on from since I was 193, and you would think like, what is going on? And yes, I will admit there was some days I did get a nibble on. There was some days. However, there was no way that I had ate that, like 6 pounds of pure fat, if that makes sense. Because you know, to gain 1 pound of fat is 3,500 additional calories. Additional. So I know on average with my workout and about 10K steps-ish, I naturally burn about 23 to 2,400. If I don't get a workout or the 10K steps, I naturally burn about 2,000 to 2,100 calories. So in order to really gain a pound of fat, which is 3,500 calories, I would have to eat about 5,500 calories in one day. Or I would have to be eating an additional 500 to 600 calories each day, that by the end of the week I would gain like 1 pound. But again, your body holds on to water. When you work out, your muscles, I guess they swell up. Remember my doctor, dietitian, none of that. Y'all just follow my journey. But yes, you hold on to water weight, your muscles kind of like do some little funky things too when you're training. So there's a lot of different factors, and then just what you eat. I notice that when I do eat carbs, I tend to poof up. And when I say carbs, I mean sweet potatoes, rice, pasta, and bread. Not the whole wheat bread. Whole wheat, I'm pretty good. Like if I have whole wheat, butternut squash, and oats, I'm pretty decent. Or whatever, and then whatever vegetable like cauliflower rice or whatever, they say there's a lot of carbs in that. But when I have those type of carbs, I'm still able to like flush out. I'm still good. But whenever I have potatoes, sweet potatoes, rice, some type of pasta, even if it's that protein pasta, I will bloat like crazy. So yeah. But these are just some of the things I learned. This is week 3, I believe. This is thick week. So you're gonna follow me on my journey, and today is upper body. So I'm going to push like the queen that I am, and then I will do core, I believe. I think core is only gonna be 3 times this week. But yeah, and then it'll be time to get some steps in. I got my walking pad, so it's actually easier for me to get steps in. I would get 8 to 10K steps on my own, but having my walking pad is so much easier to get those steps. So I would like march in place, and then I have that little stepper thing, and I'll pace and just walk around the house and get the steps. Sometimes it's like it's so much work for that, but now just having the walking pad, it's literally I'm editing and walking, I'm watching my favorite show and walking, so it just makes it like autopilot. So I'm super excited. Anyway, let's start week 3. Sick. Hey, this is my pre-workout snack, or probably breakfast at this point. I'm ready to eat. That's it. And I'm about to really push for this workout, so I'm going to eat me something. So yeah. Okay, so I have not started my workout yet. I am going to start it. It's just, there's some days, y'all, it's like today is an off day, but I still have to go grocery shopping, and then we have a rehearsal tonight. So it's off, it's still little stuff to do, but it's not too busy. And I'm just a little tired. I'm not gonna lie to you, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm tired, but I'm gonna get this workout done. But sometimes I notice on the days that I am tired, I will kind of roam around for like an hour or so and like clean up or do other things, or just really just sit and kind of scroll for a minute and just kind of mentally prepare for the workout, because it's just, yeah, I still get sit done. I'm still like somewhat on schedule, but some days, y'all, I just be tired. I'm just struggling. Like, on the day off. The day off is not a day off. The day off is to catch up for the rest of the week. So this one tastes like chocolate milk, obviously, and this one tastes like chocolate milk, obviously. But it tastes like the chocolate milk from middle school in those cartons. It just takes me back to that type of chocolate milk. I haven't tried these. These are good. I tried those. Those are good. I haven't tried. These taste okay. They have a little aftertaste. If you want a really amazing protein caramel frappe coffee, this is perfect. Berries and cream, amazing. I haven't tried that one. Haven't tried the coffee cafe latte. I haven't tried that. I've tried this. This is good, but it is thick. I mean, it was so thick. I don't like drinking it cold, or if I do drink it cold, I have to add extra almond milk, because this thing is thick and you gotta shake it up well, because it has like crust at the bottom. So if you don't shake it up, yeah. Oh, now this is new. I haven't tried that. So it's time for me to get some more collagen, and this is what I normally get, but I haven't tried the chocolate one. I'm debating, do I want to try the chocolate, or should I be a creature of habit? But then it's like, it's already chocolate. How many calories is in it? Let's see. This is 90 calories and this is 70. I think it would be best for me to just go with what I know, because with this, I can just add it to any smoothie or add it to my tea, and I don't want chocolate peppermint tea. Well, that might be nice, but anyway, yeah. And I don't want this one. I want to get a pretty one. Sitting looking pretty. Let's go. You have to be careful with protein bars. Oh my gosh. They are great and amazing, but sometimes, sis, you just need to grab a meal. These are great for on the go. They are okay for snacks, but if you're a volume eater or you tend to mindless eat, you want to be careful with these, because those calories can stack and add up quick. Brisket dip. Oh my gosh. I'm scared to even get that, because I could probably eat the whole tub, so I'm going to stay away from it. I'm getting some sticks from my hubby. Make sure you always check the date. Yeah, we're good. Okay. The famous red bell peppers. Of course, I give them a little squeeze. I get a little handsy with them. They're kind of got these peppers. I'm not gonna make too much cucumber salad. So here is the fruit. I always get me some raspberries, and they have jumbo blueberries, which are amazing. But whenever you get fruit, you gotta make sure you shake the bottom of it. I gotta stock up on my Barbie water, because this is what I call it. I call this my Barbie water. So I love this one, I love this one, and that's always the last one. But yeah, sometimes I put like a little bit of coconut water enhancer in either the lemon or the lime. Tastes like a Sprite. So amazing. But yes. We rebuke you in the name of Jesus. No big back demon. We rebuke you. You are rebuked. All of you and your minions. Pita. Make sure I check the date, see? Check the date. I know I'm eating all of that within the next week. So you gotta check. Yeah, see? That's a better date. Not gonna lie, I'm so glad I didn't know about BJ's or just these, I guess, wholesale stores when I was in my big back days, because I'm gonna tell you something. If I had a BJ's membership back in the day and I saw this, that would have been super tempting. Them things would have been gone within about a week and a half. So I am so glad I didn't know too much about this place back then, because Lord knows. And then they had a giant pack of the Fruity Pebbles, and that was one of my favorite, well, it's still one of my favorite cereals, but I'm so glad I did not shop here back in my big back days. Ooh, oh, these grapes right here. These grapes right here. And grab. Okay, make sure I'm reading. So I'm gonna get 2 of these. Just a small pack of chicken breasts. I don't need too much. You see how big these things are? And that's why I say I cut them in half, because who was out here eating this whole thing by herself? Well, not by herself, but the whole chicken breast. Well, I can't talk. I used to be that one. But now I am delivered. Y'all, I'm a little in my feelings. They do not have my syrup. Lord knows I have enough granola at the house, but I haven't tried this one, and that looks good too. I hope you can see me. But anyway, these are my confessions. Just when I said all I had to say, I ended up nibbling too much yesterday. My confessions, yeah, I know that I did, but it's okay, cause I'm about to do my workout today. If I'm gonna tell it, then I gotta tell it all. Cause granola got me with that almond milk. I don't know, but it was good to me, cause it's around that time, my confession. Okay, anyway, so yes, yesterday was Friday, starting 5th week, and today is Saturday. We actually have a wedding to go to, so I'm about to give me a good glute workout before the wedding. Yes, yes, and yes. And also, I did overeat yesterday. I surely did. And I'm telling y'all, that's why I had the whole confessions. And it was granola, but I'm gonna tell you something. So I went grocery shopping and I was looking for the lightly salted rice cakes. Lightly salted rice cakes with that butter spray. Oh my gosh, they're only 35 calories. Out of the whole pack, you get like 14. So depending on the day, I might have like 7. So like that one pack, and I kind of nibble on it throughout the day if I'm feeling really cravey and nibbly, and especially when it's around that time. Because again, I'm not really cravey, and I mean, yeah, I'm cravey, but whenever it's the week before my period and the week of my period. So within that 7 to 10-ish days, because really by the time my period is gone, I'm not craving no more, but it's the first half of the period, and then the week before, the craving starts. So the week before is simple cravings, simple, medium, heavy, and then it lightens up, and then the period is about doing its way out. So that's normally how it is. So I paid attention to it. All this week, I was actually craving, but I kept pushing those craves back because I just kept pushing them back. I'm like, once I do have something or eat, because I do have some, I have like 2 to 3 days where it's like 2,000 calories. I know that sounds like a lot, but if you're locked in, like throughout the month, and you're doing your workouts, you're getting your steps in, you're drinking your water, hitting your protein loads, yada, 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 2 to 3 days of 2,000 calories isn't going to do nothing, especially when I naturally burn about 2,400 calories. So the fact that I naturally burn 2,400 calories with my workouts and steps, obviously, I'm still in deficit of about 400. So yeah. But anyway, I went over, it was in granola because I was looking for that crunchy fix, and I had my pita chips, but it was a different type of crunch that I was looking for. Like I wanted, it's weird, but I know me now. And I thought about it today. I was like, dang, nabbit. You know, I went over, but I was like, I'm not really tripping about it because I just know I went over my calories, and that's fine. I've been locked in, and I know that yesterday I burned, I want to say 2,400-ish calories, and it was granola, so it was carb heavy. But today I'm going to do a really heavy glute workout. So those carbs that I ate, I'm going to use them. And then after this wedding, I'm going to get on my walking path for about an hour or 2. So it's not saying that I'm like, oh, I got to burn it off. No, I'm going to use that energy that I consume. That's it. And then I'll naturally organize. Like I'll naturally balance out. So I'm not really too upset about it. But I realized that the reason why I had the granola was really, I wanted my rice cakes. I wanted that thicker kind of crunch that when I bite into it, like it's just a different crunch versus the pita chip crunch. So that's really what it was. But if I would have had my rice cakes and would have just had like that one pack that has 7 in them, and kind of like, you know, maybe walking and nibbling, or even just sitting there eating 3, maybe 4 at one time. Well, not like that, but like, you know, spraying my butter spray and like nibbling on them, I would have still been in my calorie deficit yesterday. I would have still been in my calorie deficit, no lie. But because it was granola for the same amount, because like a bowl of granola, I pretty much made like a bowl of cereal. So that bowl of cereal of granola was almost like 1,000 calories. So, you know, with the almond milk, that's nothing. But still, almost 1,000 calories versus if I would have just had that pack of the lightly salted rice cakes, still have that same crunch, amazing. It would have been like maybe 250-ish calories. So, like I said, Buttercup, this took time. Like, literally, it took me till 30 to actually learn my flow. And even now, I would say I'm still perfecting it each week, but it really just took me a long time to get to here. And I would even say this year, I really started studying myself and my habits and noticing, okay, around this time of the month, this happens. Around this time of the month, this happens. Also, the week before my cycle starts, the week before, but really right when it's about to start, I start having like random joint pain. So then when I'm trying to train and do my glutes or whatever, like my joints start hurting really bad, like a little bit before my period, before it actually starts, about 2 to 4-ish days before it starts, I have really bad like joint pain. I was like, what in the world? So then I tailor my eating around my cycle. I tailor my workouts around my cycle. So I know like next week, pretty much I will be in lean week, but then that's probably around where my cycle is going to start. But I've pretty much fought the cravings off as long as possible. So I might have one more day of quote unquote crave, but it's not really crave. I'm probably gonna have like some chicken wings that are baked, lemon pepper steppers, or maybe some baked potato wedges. But I'll probably have that Sunday, and that's pretty much it. So I'm not really craving too hard, because everything that I used to crave, I pretty much found a healthy substitute for it. And then it's like, if I really want the real thing, I'll eventually get it. But I personally try to hold off as long as possible. Because back in the day, Buttercup, I would even say last year, and especially 2023, when I didn't really pay attention to my cycle as much, it would be, I would still lose the weight, but 2 weeks, I'm locked in. That third week, those cravings start coming in. And then by the end of that third week, the cravings are strong, like a little addict. And then the fourth week, the actual cycle starts. And then I'm craving. Then like the last 2 to 3 days of the cycle, then I'm back to normal. But I would do so much damage within that like kind of 7 to 10 business days. I would do so much damage that it would take 2 weeks to reset. But then we're back into that 7 to 10 days of temptation zone. So once I realized, I'm like, oh, that's what it is. So now, okay, and then my cravings will switch up. So it'll be like orange chicken, or cinnamon rolls, or this or that. So each month it'll be like a different type of craving. I'm like, okay, we're gonna have to figure out how to narrow this down and all that. But literally it took me a while. Because again, I started my journey March 1st, 2021, and it is, as of today, August 30th. And it literally took me to now to really find, I would say this year, to actually find the right flow. Because, of course, I've been losing the weight, obviously, lost over 100 pounds, but to really find my flow, find what works. And also, so I know I said my goal is 160. We're changing that. Hear me out. I know. You gotta learn how to modify and adjust when you're on your journey. So when I was looking in the mirror, and y'all, I'm getting so defined, I'm getting so toned. I got on the scale yesterday and I was 194.4. The week before I was like 195. But I'm like, it's all good. I wasn't tripping because honestly, I'm looking at my body and I'm seeing myself physically, even though I got my big shirt on, I'm seeing myself physically shrink and come in. Because y'all, this right here, this bone thing right here, when I walk now, I'm noticing I'm having like an actual swishing motion. And I'm not trying to swish, y'all. I'm not trying to swish. But because the body is like coming in, when I'm walking, I'm naturally, boom, boom, boom. I'm getting stronger. So when I thought about it, I was like, I don't really want to get to 160, because if I get to 160, solely off quote unquote weight loss, fat loss, I will be super tiny. And that's not my goal. Well, okay, of course I want to be skinty, but that's not where I'm trying to be. And it would take a while at the rate that I'm going. So I would have to really drop my calories down in order to get to that 160. So my goal is, I'm saying this out loud. Okay, so my goal is, I want to be, by the end of this year, the end of 2025, I want to hit between 175 and 180. That's my goal. Quote unquote weight, but strong. I want to be a strong 175, a strong 180, because I know me that when I do train and I do what I'm supposed to do, even though I'm 175, 180, that will look like 165 because of my proportions. And I know that once I get my skin removal surgery, I know to an extent I have maybe like 8 to potentially 12 to 15 pounds of just overall skin. So when I thought about it yesterday, I was like, okay, that took off so much pressure, because I'm like, I gotta lose 30 pounds and it's already hard to drop weight now. Like, I'm literally doing everything what I'm supposed to do and not really going over for real. You know, I'm putting in the work, and I'm just like, if I have to lose another 30 pounds, I don't know if not saying if I have the mental stamina, but just like, I just don't know. Because it's been so kind of hard to see the numbers not really going down. But I'm seeing the change, but it's just like, it's just been messing with my mind a little bit. But I had a moment, and it was just like, okay, that's the plan. That's what we're gonna do. The goal is get to a solid, strong foundation, pump iron, get your cardio in, solid, firm foundation of 175 to 180. By the end of this year, that 175, 180 is gonna look like 165. It's gonna look like that, because I know how I'm gonna look. Once I get my skin removal surgery, and that removes the 5, I'm not even gonna say 5, we're just gonna say 8 to potentially 15 pounds of skin, of just skin, y'all, of just skin. So if I'm already 175, muscle, toned, popping, all of that, 175, 180, if we get 15 pounds of skin off, I would be at the goal of 165, or I'll be at my goal weights of 160, well, I would say 155 to 165. I will naturally land there because I've lost the last 15-ish pounds of pure fat, and then we got the skin, which is about, we'll just say 15 pounds of skin, so that's the 30 pounds. And then I'm at my quote-unquote goal weight, but also I'm not at my goal weight. Okay, of course not flabby, but like just there. I have definition in my arms. I have, you know, a nice defined toned tummy. I have quads. I have the glutes popping. So that's my aesthetic, is more that slim, thick look, and that's where I naturally do fall when my weight is in check. So even though I would be like 155, 165, but it would be so snatched that I would look 145-ish, or within the 140s. Like, that's how my body will look, because I know enough. So that was easy. That was amazing. I thank the Lord for clarity. So I just said, now I actually have a better plan, because I was like, 30 pounds? I don't know. But really, my 30 pounds is a combination of the last 15 pounds and skin removal. So yeah, okay. I'm doing my workout. Oh, snap. Okay, hold up. Oh, wow. So I am in week 11. My nose. I'm in week 11. And I pretty much will start week 12. So really, hold on, y'all. Oh my God. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 weeks left in this program. That is crazy. That's why I say, Buttercup, you just go ahead and start unbigging your back, because time is going to fly by. So you rather unbig your back and be cute, and you know, because time's going to fly. I mean, if you would have told me like, oh, So yeah, but anyway, I'm only good for 4 workouts out of the week, because that's just how my schedule is. But I do believe by the time I'm done with this program, I'll be able to do 5 times a week, because my schedule is actually going to open up some more, so I get to train more. Okay, but yeah, a little praise break. But anyway, it has my 4 main days, and then there's a glute focus, so that's like optional. But whenever I do have a day where I just want to, I feel like I can pump the iron and the schedule permits it, I'm going to take that opportunity, Buttercup. So what I do is if I have the extra time, I will do the optional glute workout. So I've obviously done that one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I will be doing the optional glute focus from week 6, and I just kind of work my way up. If I happen to get all of them by the end of this 5 weeks, okay. If I don't, that's fine, because that's why they're optional. But like I said, if I have the time, I'm gonna do it. And yesterday, like I said, I overate on carbs, so why not do a glute workout today? Like, that's perfect. The pump is gonna be so amazing because I pretty much ate a good amount of carbs yesterday. So now I'm going to use them. I'm going to lift heavy. I'm going to pump some iron. And these glutes will be like, I'm gonna take my quad. I'm gonna be able to do that little quad shuffle thing. But anyway, let me go ahead and get started. Y'all talking too much. All this chattering y'all got me doing. I gotta get the word. Yeah.
Hold on, the camera big.
As long as you're just getting the food, don't do
Okay.
anything else.
All right, go ahead.
Getting ready to eat. Dress. 105-7-ish pounds ago. The same dress. I had to fold the sleeves like all the way up because they're just hanging on. But look at this, y'all. Oh my gosh. Something you can have it, portion control. Yeah, that's great some days, but some days you fighting the beast. So it's like, yeah, I want a portion control, but it's like, what is up, Buttercup? What's up, Buttercup? It is Tuesday, child. I know I am behind on recording. This week has been so crazy. Ooh. And I know it's about that time. Because your girl is struggling. Lord knows it's about that time. But anyway, it's Tuesday. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just not here. I'm not in the zone for real. This is one of those discipline days because I don't feel like it. I don't really want to. I'm tired, especially, when it's around that time. It's like always the week before or the week of, my joints start kind of hurting a little bit. And it's just the energy is just calmed down. I'm gonna still get it done. It's one of those workouts, like I will still get the workout done, but it just takes me a minute. Like I'm just, yeah. But we're gonna do this workout. And I'm happy. I thank the Lord that I'm able to, be active and have activity in my limbs. I'm thankful and grateful to be able to have this opportunity to work out, because sometimes I believe we look at it as though, oh, I have to work out. Oh my God, I gotta train. Oh, I gotta eat healthy. And it's like, that's a privilege to be able to eat healthy, to know how to eat healthy, to know your workouts. There are a lot of people in this world that don't know how to eat healthy. They don't know how to figure out a good workout routine. You know, there's some things you can learn, especially over time. So it's not saying no one, you can't do it. It's just more of, it's a privilege to know your workouts. It's a privilege to know what to do and to know your body. So when I look at it like that, it makes it more of, I'm making this moment count for myself, and I'm thankful for it. And it just, you know, it comes from a sense of gratitude. Instead of I have to do a workout, it's like I have the opportunity to work out today. I have the opportunity to train my body, to move my body. And after a while, yes, of course it's aesthetics. You want the glutes, you know, you want the, I know I got skin, but listen, y'all, your girl, don't play with me. Don't play with me. I'm telling you, when I get my skin removal surgery, it is over. Like I said too, I am so tiny, y'all. Like, look at this, hold on. Just pulling the skin. You see that? I am tiny. Your mama lied to you. If she told you you were big bone, she lied. It's not the bones, it's everything else that's big. And it's okay. Been there. So, but yes, where was I going? Oh yes, of course it's aesthetic wise, you know, moving and training the body, because you don't want the glutes to sit, and you know, you want quads to do that little shuffle thing that you see the ladies doing, or the guys. But I'm learning more and more how functional these workouts are. Like, yes, it's building glutes and stuff, but it's so functional just in everyday life. Like, I was at my job the other day and I was sitting in the stool and I was moving around in my stool, and for some reason I kind of like slid somewhat off it a little bit, but instead of like falling back, I literally like braced my core, locked my glutes, and then I kind of planted this foot as if I was doing like an RDL, but I was sitting in the stool. So when I almost kind of slid off, I was like, ooh, and I locked up, and then I just sat up, and it didn't hurt. And there was times like years ago when I was heavier and wasn't really training consistently, that little ooh would have been like, oh, my back. I remember one time I was sitting in the stool and I tried getting up, and I got up, y'all, and something clicked, and I was like, this was years ago. I'm like, I'm 25 at that time. I'm like 25, 26. Why am I hurting like this? It was the weight. It was the weight, and then not moving my body and training. So of course, all I'm just saying is, of course, training your body is amazing for the aesthetics, the look, but also training your body is just amazing just for everyday life. I don't hurt myself. I can bend, I get stuff. I'm not trying to bend like this, getting stuff. Every time now when I bend to get something, my form is like already, like that's how I get stuff. I brace myself. But anyway, that was my spiel. Let's jump into this workout and get it done. I think I said this in another clip. I'm so excited, y'all, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm already at my goals. I am my goals. It's just that you can't see it. Well, you can see it, but you can't see the work I've been putting in. So I'm just super excited about that I'm already at my goals. Believe it or not, I'm really at my goals. I'm just maintaining now. I know it might seem like a stretch. Like I said, once I get I'm still, of course, get this last couple of pounds off. I'm gonna keep building muscle, keep toning. I'm gonna keep doing my part. So when I go get my skin removal surgery, that's it. It's just revealing what's been there the whole time. That is it. I'm not going to get skin removal surgery and I haven't put the work in. Like, no shade, but I just noticed that we're gonna get back into the video. But I noticed that for people, or I'm just saying women, they would get like tummy tucks, all this type of all these surgeries. But I'm like, sis, you still got some weight on you. Like, the thing is, when you get your skin removal surgery, you want to be and I'm not a doctor, dietitian, nutritionist, none of that. This is just my personal thoughts and opinions. If I'm going to get skin removal surgery, if I'm getting any type of surgery to improve, right, I want to go in looking good already. And literally the doctor is just fine tuning. I don't want to go get 360 lipo and knowing I could have lost, an additional 10 or so pounds before. Or you get the lipo, we get the lipo and skin tightening. Because I just noticed that not a lot, but what I just noticed is there's some women that are, there's some women that are putting in the work and then getting surgery and getting the best, amazing results. And then there are some women that's like, oh, I can't lose weight or this, and that, and they jump and get surgery and they're looking good, but it's like they still need more weight off. And by them getting just lipo or just tummy tuck, it's like, yeah, you got a tummy tuck, but the arms are still big. Yeah, you got, you're getting all these things, but to me, it just doesn't look balanced. I noticed that the women that had the best results when they got their skin removal surgery, if they got lipo, if they got a tummy tuck, was when they went in already, training their body, their nutrition was on point. So they didn't go to surgery as a quick fix, or like, as soon as I lose the stomach, I'm gonna be good. But like, you lose the stomach, but you still got a big back mind. And then within 4 months, you gain the weight back. So it was the women that really went in, lost a lot of weight, great eating habits, they're training consistently. Their recovery was amazing, because it's not like you're trying to, their recovery was amazing because their body was already at a healthy state. They're already trained their muscles know what they need to do or whatever. And they just look better. In my personal opinion, from what I've seen, is the women that are literally going in for surgery just to do the finishing touches, their results look so much better than the women that go in already bigger and expecting a quick fix. That's all I'm saying. Because if you're getting, like, I saw this one lady, I don't know who she was, but she was a bigger lady. Like, she was me at 240. And she pretty much got lipo 360, or she got something and she was like upset that her results wasn't the best or whatever. And I was like, sis, you went in with like 30-40 pounds you could have lost. If I would have lost the 30-40 pounds, then when I go in and get this lipo 360 and this tummy tuck, it's gonna be snatched. But if I go in with 30-40 pounds and it's like, okay, take it off, it doesn't look right, because now your waist is super snatched. And I know you want like an hourglass figure, but it's like the waist is super snatched, but then everything else still looks like it's a 240 body, but you got a 180 waist. To me, it just doesn't look good. That's just me, that's just my thoughts. I'm gonna go in my corner and back to minding my business. God doesn't like, oh, you got big arms, you got this, you got that. Okay. I was 300 pounds and 8 ounces. Like I said, I am so tiny under here, y'all. I'm literally losing this last 10 to 15 pounds. That's really all I need to do. The last 10 to 15. And after that, there was skin removal surgery. And when they remove the skin, it's gonna be, because the body has been built, the body has been there the whole time. Like, it's been there the whole time. I've been training, I've been building, doing what I need to do. And yeah, so that's it. All right, I'm about to do my workout. See, this is how I'm looking. Kind of getting into that pre-bloat phase. So I'm not stressing. I'm not tripping. because I know how I get, so I get this thing. Yeah. And then that's me relax. So, like, flex. Relax. I'm not tripping. I know it's about that time. I know my body's gonna do what it's gonna do. So I'm gonna do what it do. As long as I keep doing my work, it's all that matters. Now, it's time to freshen up and eat.
Okay, what I do is you're listening around way. But I'm not gonna tell.
What's up, Buttercup? It is Wednesday. All I can say is I'm tired. I mean, I'm still pushing, but let me tell you something. I am getting beat up right now due to natural hormone infection and, you know, the price I paid for not creating life. That is what is going on. Well, it hasn't really started, but it's in that pre-phase. And sometimes I feel like with me, it's honestly the pre-phase and then the actual phase is just like, it just beats me up. So it makes the workouts a little bit harder, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep pushing through. I've been nibbling, Lord Jesus, I've been nibbling, but they've been some good nibbles, y'all. And I'm not even gonna fold you. Those nibbles have been good, but yes. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this.
Like, how they do, man? Well, anyway,
And
you know, when someone's walking, so I open the door. The husband in, right?
Make some room. We're gonna give God some glory this morning. Come on, shout out hallelujah.